Do you have a voice inside your head that is constantly feeding you negative thoughts? Like constant. Can't get them out of my head. It's always something negative. Hi, I'm Matt and I'm the creator of the BUY method. Believe in yourself, because we can all use a little help believing in ourselves. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of I am. This is ground level metaphysics, spirituality, and manifesting. The power that lies packed in these two simple words is unlimited and infinite. Big statement, I know. The power of I am, it's as simple and as complicated as it sounds. We can all harness the power of the universe to create happier and healthier lives. Because that's all we really want, right? Happy, healthy, and abundant lives. So make sure you stick around to the end, where I'll give you a free workbook, 5 steps to harnessing the power of I am. The first time I was introduced to the power of I am was in this incredible book called Conversations with God. This is one of the books that comes into your life at the right time, falls off a shelf, all of a sudden you're like, this book seems interesting, and all of a sudden life-changing. It's especially happened when I'm actually connected to source. Honestly, this book completely changed my life. I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can grab it too. Essentially, Walsh, the author of the book, said he was at a point in his life where things were looking dim AF, and he had a habit of sitting down and writing things out in letter format. He started asking God questions. God started speaking through his pen. Now that is some woo-woo shit right there. But here's the thing. Everything in that book resonates with me so profoundly, like every single word. It was in the pages of this book that I was taught about the power of I am. Since then, I see it everywhere. It's crazy. Like something that you've never seen, all of a sudden in your life, you're like, oh my God, there it is, there it is, there it is. It really is a very simple idea. God granted us humans free will, assuming what comes after I am is. God made it simple, and of course, humans have complicated it. So I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich. All are great. If we could stick to those and assume those feelings even when we are not those things. Generally, our programming says, I am going to be skinny, I am going to be healthy, I am going to be rich, I am not lucky, I am poor, I am unloved, I am depressed, I am sick. Here's where it gets spiritual and scientific. Our subconscious is not able to differentiate the difference between imaginary and fiction. It's all fact to the subconscious, and the subconscious's job is to create your reality. So whatever you think manifests into reality, positive or negative. So when we say I am poor, guess what? The subconscious isn't gonna go, oh no, he really doesn't want to be poor. It's just gonna make sure you are poor. I am never gonna get skinny. Subconscious joyfully makes sure you ain't skinny. When I learned this, I started to realize that my perception I had of myself was not aligned with what I wanted in life, and I had to reprogram all kinds of stuff. My mind was more like, I am untalented, I am poor, I am unpopular, I am unworthy. These were all things that were ingrained into my subconscious from bad programming throughout my life, and they were manifesting in my reality. I had very low self-esteem, I had an addiction problem, and I could not see myself as the talented, handsome, charismatic boy that others saw. While we are here, if any of this happens to be resonating with you, hit that like button for me. Help a brother out. And if you've learned one thing, maybe hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. All right, let's dive a little deeper. Recently, I have read this book, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. It's an older book, but some of these older books are where the real wisdom lies. And listen, I have read a lot of these books, these woo-woo books, but Lord have mercy, this one really opened my mind. Can't believe I'm about to do this. Let the weak man say, I am strong. Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Is that even how you said it? I don't even know. I just quoted the Bible. No lightning yet, so okay, we can keep going. I can't believe I just quoted the Bible. But wait, that's literally what God was saying in the book, Conversations with God. Let the weak man say, I am strong. The weak man, being weak, say, I am strong, and that gives you the power to become strong. blows my mind. That's in the Bible. That's why I also think the Bible is a philosophy book and a woo-woo book and not a history book. Let's keep going. Y'all ready to get deep? Y'all ready? Neville says, if man's concept of himself were different, everything in his world would be different. What he's saying is how we conceive ourselves really does define our life. If we have low self-esteem and think I am not worthy, it's highly likely that your hopes and dreams will remain just those because you don't believe you deserve them. On the opposite side of the spectrum, a powerful person who has a high self-image and knows what they want in life, we see that person achieving their goals and dreams. They are programmed to think, I am lucky, I am wealthy, I am abundant. It's natural to them. So we are all born the same. It's our programming that is different. So how we are programmed determines how we conceive ourselves, and in turn determines how our life plays out. What? All right, more from Neville. His concept of himself being what it is, everything in his world must be as it is. So when the concept of yourself is so specific in your mind, in your imagination, that it has no other choice but to manifest itself. Because what we put into our subconscious becomes our reality, good or bad. Hence why we have to be very specific with what we want in our life. Our hopes, dreams, goals, and desires become reality when we are able to harness the power of imagination and assume what we imagine already exists in our reality, because our subconscious does not know nor comprehend the difference between reality and a figment of our imagination. So one of my favorite sayings, the imagination is the bridge to reality. The imagination is the bridge to reality. Why? Because your subconscious mind does not know the difference. When you imagine something in your mind and you feel it as if it is real, you assume that it is real. The subconscious source, God, starts to put its magic to make it your reality. This can be good or bad. You imagine you broke. You feel you are broke. You look at your bank account and you see a low balance and you feel poor. Guess what? You're gonna stay right there. You're gonna stay poor. But if you imagine you are wealthy, you assume the feeling of wealth. You assume the bank account is full. You are grateful for that wealth. You start to assume that feeling, and you will start to attract wealth into your life, into your reality. Money will start to show up. Here's the thing, we all use money for these hypotheticals and these metaphysical abundance, but there are infinite possibilities to ponder. Relationships, destinations, homes, health, even your physical self-image, you can manifest into something better. This is why vision boarding works. You see the pictures, you imagine what it feels like to be in those pictures. Maybe it's places, maybe it's homes. Okay, I'm gonna give you a real example. This is crazy. I made a vision board many years ago, and I put lions in the bush of Africa. They represented going to Africa to me. I always wanted to go to Africa. I didn't even know why I put them on there. I guess they were probably in the magazine that I was cutting out. Put them on there. I was like, sure, I'll go to Africa. I've always been a dream. Might as well have been Mars. Fate would have it, and this is true. This isn't some antidote. I met a guy online. We dated for a short period of time. He was from South Africa. It ended up not working. He went his way and I went mine. No Africa. Never even crossed my mind I would go to his home in Africa. A couple years later, we connected again, and it was his birthday, and he wanted me to come spend it with him in Africa on safari. I kid you not, I literally went to Africa on an all expenses paid trip. I was so poor at this time, I had no money to see those lions in the bush of South Africa. These are the pictures. Boop, boop, boop. Pictures. Do you think this is coincidence? No! That is what happened. My imagination saw it, created it, and made it truth. Your imagination is truth to the subconscious, and your subconscious is your God power to create everything you want. Back to Neville. Thus, it is abundantly clear that there is only one I am, and you are that I am. Okay, this is deep, right? So I am the I am of God. Simply, yes, you are the creator. The true God wants you to be a creator because you are the creator. All right, so you're probably asking me, so, okay, how do I do this? How do I implement this? How do I really start doing this? I created a free workbook. 5 steps to harness your manifesting power. So just click below and I'll send it to you for absolutely free. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? All your hopes, all your dreams, maybe manifesting into reality for free? Yeah, I'd do it. You know, it was me, I would do it. So let's go through those 5 steps to harness your manifesting power. Step 1, write down 10 powerful I ams. Claim your power. Know that your imagination is your creative genius to paint the world you live in. However you want to live in it, it is limitless. Remember, no negatives, no wishes, no going to be's. We write these statements as if we already have them, which leads to step 2. Practice the power of assumption. Assume what you imagine is completely real. This takes practice. We have been programmed to stop using our imaginations. But no more. It's time to put some gas in the tank, earl her up, and let's get her going, all right? Oh, I'm crazy. Remember, the imagination is the bridge to your reality. The subconscious does not know the difference between what you are imagining and what is real. Feel it like it is real. It is the only way it works. Assume it's yours. Claim it. Step 3, write a letter to yourself or to a friend in the future. Tell them about the house you just bought, the unexpected raise you received from work, the sexy, kind, generous, normal, healthy, in shape man or woman you met and have fallen in love with, the 30 pounds you lost, whatever it is. Just write it in the assumption that it has already happened and you are feeling the joys of wishes fulfilled. Be very specific. Step 4. You ready for it? You ready for it? Make a vision board. All right, I recently made a new vision board and I used Canva, not sponsored, to make my latest vision board. It's an amazing tool. I use the whiteboard program and find pictures and drag them in. I highly recommend pasting pictures of yourself on these vision boards so you envision you in these situations. Helps the brain, helps the imagination, and I put it on all my devices. I put it on my computer screen, my phone saver, my screensaver, everywhere I can see it so that I can look at it and feel and assume. I even had mine printed out, nice thick paper, so I put it next to my bed and I stare at it so I don't want to look at my phone before bed because it messes with the blue light and the blue eye, so that I can lay in bed before falling asleep and visualize and feel. First thing in the morning and right before bed are the most powerful times to manifest. So those are the perfect times to pick up your vision board, whether on your phone or on your computer or on the real paper. Look, envision, feel, imagine. Use the imagination. It's fun. That's the cool part. Use your imagination, it's fun. The other part I really like about using Canva is that, say the dream has changed. Say that you don't want to own that farm anymore with 30 cows. You just like delete that, get that off, and re-download it and reprint it. There's sometimes we get a little crazy when we're manifesting and we go, oh, you know, maybe I don't want that. Careful what you wish for. And if that ain't the truth. We all have that experience, right? Where we wished for something and got it and was like, wasn't it? The subconscious isn't discriminatory. You can also go old school and use magazines, which is super fun and crafty. Vision board parties can be a fun way to bond with others and share your goals and dreams, because speaking it and sharing it with others is actually a really powerful tool to help push it into the universe. One caveat, just make sure it's with positive people, because one negative naysayer in that group can really set a vision back. All right, last step. Step 5, set an alarm to go off twice a day to remind yourself to sit, feel, assume, imagine your dreams. It's really powerful. Be diligent with your practice. We have years, maybe decades of bad programming to reprogram. I don't want to hear no excuses, because if you have time to scroll Instagram, looking at other people living their best lives multiple times a day, don't you think using your own imagination to envision and feel your hopes and dreams might just be a little more fulfilling? I do. The power is within you. So let's close it out with a few affirmations together. Big deep breath in. And I want you to repeat after me. I am loved. Remember that the Creator loves you. That's all you need. I am loved, because then it turns into self-love. I am worthy. I want you to feel worthy. You deserve it. Every human, every creature deserves to feel self-worth. I am powerful. Feel that power. Harness it. Know that God created you and that God gave you all the power. If anyone has tried to take it away, do not let them. You are powerful. I am wealthy. Feel the wealth. Feel the abundance. Feel it. What's it like? You have all the money in the world, all the love, all the friends. And if those aren't your reality today, feel it like it is. Feel it. Use the imagination. It is so powerful. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, comment below with the secret emoji so I know that you're on board. You're with me. And hit that subscribe button for more inspiration, motivation, and love. I'm Matt Regis. I'll see you later. Bye.